Yo guys, do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and do not forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. Let's get ready to rumble! So, this is what people are talking about right now. This is a hot subject for some reason. They're talking about what Michael Buffer tweeted. Alright, as you can see on screen, Michael Buffer made a tweet the other day, and I'm going to read his tweet. This is shocking. I've just been told that Wilder Fury at Staples Center in LA only had a paid attendance of 13,000 tickets with 60 comps out of 18,000 seats. That's 5,000 unsold tickets. Thank God 1,000 of loyal UK fans were there. I'm sure the rematch will do better. Let's get rid of the Rumble hashtag. So, Michael Buffer said this. Now, who's Michael Buffer? Of course, he's the iconic, the legendary, MC. The guy who says, let's get ready to rumble, the announcer, right? So, I've seen, he got a lot of flack for this. I've seen a lot of people replying, say, well, of course Michael Buffer's going to say this because he signed with Eddie Hearn, right? He signed with, or I don't know what he's like, people say that he's working for Eddie Hearn. He works for DAZN. So they're saying that he's saying this just to try and discredit Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. They're saying, he's reaching, he's scooping down so low. Why is he even talking about this? So some people didn't like this, and some people liked it. Some people didn't like he was saying this. So, Lex, is this true? He says that somebody told him, or he just found out, that out of 18,000 in an arena that filled 18,000, only 13 people showed up, and he says that 1,000 of those people were UK boxing fans. So I'm guessing he's saying that 1,000 people were Tyson Fury loyal fans who came over to the U.S., to Los Angeles, to watch that fight. So if they weren't there, if it would only be 12,000 sold, right? Now, I don't know how true this is, but let's say it's true for the sake of the video. Let's say this is true, okay? And let's say only 13,000 tickets sold in an arena that sells out 18,000, right? Or has the capacity of 18,000. All right, so let's say that's true. It doesn't really surprise me because we have to keep in mind Deontay Wilder has never been a guy who was a massive draw, right? That's why I always tell you guys, he doesn't have the drawing power. Deontay Wilder is not a guy he's not Floyd Mayweather Jr., okay? He's not. Even when he fights in Alabama, I told you guys, when you see him fighting in the Legacy Arena in Alabama, if you look at the top row seats, it's empty. And he's a world heavyweight champion. He's defending his WBC belt in his home state. He's right there, and you look at the top row seat, and it's all empty. It's not filled up. Yeah, I've seen some UK fights where you look at the top row, the whole shit's packed, son. The whole thing is packed to the T. But and some of these guys are just like contenders fighting each other in the UK. But you look at Wilder, even in Alabama, there's empty seats. So this doesn't surprise me. And again, we also have to keep in mind that Tyson Fury doesn't fight in the United States. So perhaps the reason this didn't attract a lot of attendance, a lot of people to actually go and watch the fight live there in the arena and pay to watch it live, was because A, Wilder's not that popular, so only really hardcore boxing fans went to see that fight, and B, no one really knows who Tyson Fury is, so maybe they thought, Wilder, okay, I know who Wilder is, but he's fighting Tyson. Let's say a casual fan, he's fighting Tyson Fury. I don't know who that dude is. I ain't gonna go to the arena to watch that shit live. So, it just goes to show you what Deontay Wilder's drawing power is, right? So he's not a big name like that, all right? He's never been a big name like that, and that's why people say that he doesn't really deserve the 50-50 split. Just compare that to Joshua. Joshua sells out arenas. Joshua has the arenas almost filled to the T, right? And obviously, it's because Joshua's just a bigger name. So, do you guys think this is do you guys think that Eddie Hearn is and then what's his name? Michael Buffer was saying, "Oh, imagine." He tweeted something else. He was like, "Imagine if this was Wilder versus with Anthony Joshua. Imagine if Anthony Joshua wasn't there instead of Tyson Fury and he was facing Deontay Wilder. How much it would probably sell out. It would probably to 18,000. And of course, he's saying hopefully the rematch does better. So hopefully the rematch has more than 13,000 in attendance. If you look at that fight after the and I agree, if it's Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder, it would probably sell more people. It would probably be more full, the arena, just because I would imagine that Anthony Joshua has more of a fan base than Tyson Fury. So UK boxing fans will probably, a lot more UK boxing fans will probably fly over to watch him there. But I saw some people saying, well, let's see what Jarrell Miller versus Anthony Joshua does when he fights in the United States. So, and again, Jarrell Miller is not a known name. He's a known name, but he's not like a big name in the U.S. So I'm curious about that. I'm curious to see like what happens when he fights him in Madison Square Garden. How many people attend that fight? Could you imagine if more people attended the Jarrell Miller versus Anthony Joshua fight than they attended the Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury fight? That just shows you. That would be kind of embarrassing, just because Jarrell Miller is not as big as Deontay Wilder when it comes to people knowing him. So imagine, let's say he fights Jarrell Miller in June in Madison Square Garden, and let's say there's like 15,000 people at attendance. That's kind of embarrassing, because it's like, wait a minute, how come more people came to watch Anthony Joshua versus Jarrell Miller in the United States than fucking Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury? And that would be embarrassing for Wilder, at least, because it's like, dude, you're a bigger name than Jarrell Miller, yet more people came to watch Anthony Joshua, and Anthony Joshua was not, it never fought in the U.S., so how could he still attract more fans than Deontay Wilder? So that's something I'm curious. Like, see how many people show up to watch Anthony Joshua defend his belt against Jarrell Miller. Wilder better hope it's not more than him, because that's just another reason why Eddie Hearn won't offer Deontay Wilder a 50-50 split, because he could be like, yo, my boy AJ sold out more tickets. More people showed up to watch him fight Jarrell Miller in Madison Square Garden than they came to watch you versus Tyson Fury, and he's not even an American. So that would just add more reasons for Eddie Hearn to not give him the 50-50 split. So let me know what you guys think of this video. Let me know what you guys think of Michael Buffer's tweet, and thumbs the video up, guys, if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new to the channel, guys. Thanks for